this is Caitlin from Animal Justice, and I have some good news and some bad news. I'll start with the bad news. Earlier this month, we were in court along with Soi Dog Canada arguing that the Canadian Food Inspection Agency's ban on importing rescued dogs from over 100 countries should be overturned. Unfortunately, the court did not rule in our favor. You may remember that back in 2022, the CFIA suddenly and unexpectedly announced a ban on importing dogs, including dogs destined for fostering and adoption, in order to address the risk of rabies. Now, canine rabies is a very serious disease, but countries across the EU, as well as Australia, the United States, and others, have all put in place science-based measures to allow rescue dogs to enter the country while protecting public health through measures like vaccinations, quarantines, and tighter testing. At the time, the CFIA said the ban was just temporary, but more than 3 years later, it's still in place, and it's unclear when it will be replaced with science-based measures to protect public health while allowing the vital work of international dog rescue groups to resume. Canada's ban is a death sentence for dogs in countries like Ukraine and Afghanistan, as well as Haiti and Egypt. It means that dogs can no longer be saved from the dog meat trade in countries like the Philippines and China and brought to Canada to find loving homes. The case is what's known as a judicial review application, which means that the court is not allowed to ask whether the dog import ban is a good idea or what the CFIA should be doing when it comes to allowing dogs into Canada. Instead, the court has to show a lot of deference to government decision makers and focus on whether the CFIA had legal authority to pass the ban. Now the good news. The fight is not over yet. Along with more than 50 rescue groups working in Canada and around the world, we've written to the CFIA demanding an update on when the temporary ban will be lifted and replaced with permanent science-based measures. Canada really is an outlier. In our letter, we've pointed to tried and true measures being used in other countries that can and should be adopted here. Please contact your MP and remind them that this sweeping ban is completely unnecessary and amounts to a death sentence for countless dogs in the meat trade, as well as those living on the streets in war-torn countries or in overcrowded, high-kill shelters around the world.